Well, hello everyone. So welcome. Sorry, it took me a little bit to get sign in. Today is Sunday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Anissa, and I'm with Stampin' with Anissa. And tonight is Simple Sunday, where at the end of the week we go ahead and I show you a simple project for you to recreate, maybe inspire you to do something, with some of your Stampin' Up! Products or any product that you have. And yeah, so tonight I have a 3D project for you, and I'll go ahead and show you that in a little bit. But before I start, just some updates on Stampin' Up! News. We still have the last chance sale going on, right? And you can buy some of the products that were in the mini catalog, and it's up to 50% off. And on my blog, it does have, and also my Stampin' Up! Website, it does have the list of last chance items, as well as what's going to get carried over into the next catalog. So there'll be two different lists that you can click the link, and then you can go ahead and go in and see what there is. But I'm going to show you one of the products that I'm going to show you is just the paper that is on the last chance, and I'm not sure if it's still there, but you could pretty much use any paper that you have. Just make sure that you have the right dimensions, right? So anyways, without further ado, I will go ahead and get to it. So I'm going to do this process of, sorry. Okay. Going to go ahead and do this. I always feel bad about doing this because, if I didn't put these little stickers on, I think you guys would get really dizzy. So let me go ahead and now I'm gonna put you guys on this. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Might be a little crooked, but hopefully not too crooked. Oops. You guys could see this. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. It is a little crooked. Oh God, let me fix this. Okay. Okay, I think I'm stuck. Okay, great. So, let's see. So, I decided to create a 3D project this time. And it's because I have some gifts to gift to people. And one of the gifts are this. It's a little habanero thing. I found this at, where did we go? We went to, oh God, REI. And they had this, and I thought it was so cute. I have a couple of people that I know at work that love hot sauce. Actually, it's the president of the company as well as my VP of risk management. They love hot stuff. So I've been working there for 23 years, and I've always given them a little something. And anyways, they've always loved really hot stuff. So there's this habanero, and I need to make a little box to put it in. And so I created this. So really cute. And so this, something like this is the same. I think it's the same flavor. I'm not sure. It's in here. Okay. So this right here is like 4 1/4 by 1.5 inches, right? And so I wanted to create something cute, so I used some of the, this is DSP paper from Heartwarming, what's it called? Oops, I need my glasses. Hold on a second. Yeah, Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper, and this is Pear Pizzazz, which is one of the accent colors in the paper. So anyway, but you could do this with any paper. I took the crinkled ribbon that is, I think it's also in the Last Chance sale too, and it is called, yeah, mini ruffled ribbon. Okay, so that is it. So I'm going to show you how I made this. Okay, you're going to need paper trimmers. So here's my paper trimmer. It's a lot of scoring and a lot of scoring and cutting, right? Okay. First of all, we are going to cut. So here's the Pear Pizzazz. Flip it around like this. This up there. It's 6.5 by 5 3/4. So 6.5 and 5 3/4. I will do 6.5 here on the Pear Pizzazz. And 5 3/4. Great. Okay. And now I am going to 5 3/4. I will be going on the 6.5 side. I'm going to be scoring it 1.5 inches. This is 6.5. 1.5 inches for each section. I'm going to score it. This is what's going to make our box. So that's 1.5 inches. Add another 1.5 inches, and that takes it to 3, right? Another 1.5 inches takes it to 4.5. Right, and then another 1.5 inches takes it to 6. Oh, that was my computer, sorry. And that takes it to a 6. Okay, and now I am going to, so that creates the length, right? Now we're going to do the bottom, and that's going to be 1.5 inches. I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches, which is right here. Okay, that's 1.5 inches. Great. So now I'm going to take this box. Okay, and I'm going to use my, oh no, where is it? I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm going to score it, or varnish it on all of the areas that I had scored it on. Okay, just makes it easier to fold, right? We are going to be doing some cutting. I'm going to do it here at 1.5 inches. And I'm going to take my scissors. Oh. Okay, and I'm going to cut it here. Great. And then I'm going to cut here on the 1.5 inches side. Okay, so then the way that it's going to work, and I'm just going to, it's going to go like this. It's all going to shut down, and this is a seam that's going to attach to the wall of the other wall, right? That's what it ends up looking like. So I'm going to use the tape adhesive, and Stampin' Up has a great selection of adhesive, and so I'll post this. It's just, I should probably do a video on all of the adhesives. It's fun. They've got quite a bit. Okay, so what I've done is I will go ahead, and you might think it's overkill, but for me, I prefer to do it this way. But I put the tear and tape on all of the sides here. Okay. Some people might think, oh, you only have to do it on one side. I mean, I know. I guess I like to, I've done it a few times where I haven't put anything, but I don't know. I don't like how it ends up turning out. For me, it just feels better that they're all secure. Now, on this last one, I am going to put it on all of the edges, just because I don't want any of the edges to open up. So that's why I'm going to do this. And I usually use Tombow glue, right? And that some of you that have watched my videos, you know that I use Tombow glue. But the thing is with when you create a 3D project, you need something a little bit more secure. And so that is why the tear and tape is pretty secure. So you're going to need something to lift up the little sheet that protects the adhesive, right? And my pick tool is the greatest thing for this. This is so handy. This little tool is, it's pretty dirty because I've put it through a lot of stuff. But I mean, it's really, really handy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it on one side, if you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to get it so that it's snug, and I'm going to align the edges together. Okay, so there's one, and I'm going to align the edges again on this one. Okay, and so now I'm at this point, and I'm going to go ahead and take off protecting things, and I'm going to take this one here off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is a 1/2 inch right here, and I am going to go ahead and line it up. Now you need to be careful because Tombow glue is very forgiving, not this. Okay, like once it sticks, it sticks. So I sort of have to match it up just so. Okay, and then I'm going to take it and match it up. There we go. And then I'm going to take this. This is the last flap. Fold it over. And voila. Okay. There's my little case right there. My little box. And you could do this with any size. You know, if you really just measure the item that you want to, you know, just like I told you, I measured this out. And then I had to go ahead and make my own little box. And so fits very nicely. See how it works? Great. You could do this with anything. You could even do it with, like, say something like this. You could measure it, you know, what the diameter is of this and the height of it, and you'll be able to create a box for something like this. You could create a box for anything. As long as you remember to create the seam and then make sure at the bottom of the box you get it to all stick together. Okay, so here is the box, and so now I'm going to create the top. So we are going to use, think we're going to use this paper right here. And like I said, this is from the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper, and this is on the Last Chance sale. And let's see here. This is what you call, this is going to be a square. It's going to be this lid here. So it's going to be 4 9/16. I know this is crazy, but the thing is, my box was 1.5 inches, and then to be able to slide this little lid on top, I had to go like at 1/16 of an inch more to allow for it to fit, right? To allow it to fit on top of my box. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. So I'm going to make a square, cut out a square of 4 9/16. So that's 4 inches and 9/16. I'm going to cut it like that. And then 4 9/16 right here. There we go. And now I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch. I mean, not cut, score it at a 1/2 inch. So this is a square. I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch. Now this paper, for some reason, is thinner, and I have a tendency with this scoring to go a lot, but I can only do it once. Otherwise, I'm going to rip a hole in it. So that's a 1/2 inch. And then the next time you do this, it's 3/16. 3 1/16. So 3 and then 1/16. Okay, and then the other half is then 4 9/16. Okay, so we're going to do it again on the other edge. So crosswise, we're going to do 1.5, scoring it at 1.5. And then we're going to do this at 3 1/16. 3 1/16, score it there. Okay, and there you go. Now you can't see it that well, but I tried to create a little, where did I put it? Aw. Well, I made a little box, a little square, and I wrote it all out. Oh, here it is. So this is it. And I wrote it really bad, but this is, you scored on the 1.5, right? Another one on the 3/16, and you cut it at 4 9/16. 4 9/16, right, to square. And then you're going to do the same this way. 1.5, 3 9/16. Okay. So that's what this looks like. You just can't see it because it is, there's a pattern on it. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Okay. I don't really need to varnish it that much. Well, maybe I should. Yeah, we'll just do that. Have the edges be nice and crisp, right? Okay, now I'm going to take my paper snips, and I'm only going to cut on one side. It's really hard to see where you need to cut. So there's that. So I cut on that edge. Then I'm going to cut again on another one of the edges. And it's like you cut on this edge, and then you take like another 2 squares. You cut on that edge. I take another 2 squares, and I'm going to cut on this edge right here, and then another 2 squares, and I cut like so. Okay, so now I'm going to put tape, tear and tape on, it's where the edges meet, and I like to put it here because I don't want it to peek out, or not peek out, I don't want it to open up, right, on the edges. I want it to be a good seal. So that's what I'm going to do. And the paper's really pretty. I think Stampin' Up's paper is good, great quality, as well as very pretty patterns. I think that's one of the other reasons why I fell in love with this, with their products, is because the paper is so pretty. Now I'm going to take off the little protectant there. And right there. There we go. Okay, now you can't probably see it, but now I'm going to line up the edges. You have to do, this is how you, so you line up the edges, and then you firmly get that adhesive down. Do it again, fold it, line up the edges, right, and get that down. Line up the edges again, and once again, line up the edges. Okay, so here's our little lid. I go ahead and I put that on. So I will go ahead and put my little gift in there, put on the lid. There you go. And now I'll take that mini ruffled ribbon, right? And what I've done is I'll take it from the top and then go to the bottom. Can't see what I'm doing, but I go to the bottom and then I sort of twist it, or at least I do something like this because I want it to stay right. Not twist it, but I sort of seems like I'm gonna tie a knot, but I'm really not. Okay, like that. Make sure that this is untwisted, and right now it's twisted, but let me see. There we go. Okay, and then take it to the top. And I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot here at the top. And then I'm going to take it in a loop so I could tie in a little bow. Oopsies. I don't think I gave enough. Sometimes, okay, we're gonna have to start all over. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Let's start this all over again. So I need a little bit more. Take it to the top, go to the bottom, twist it around like this. Okay. Then take it, flip it over. Okay, once again, not enough at the top. Go like this, tie it in a knot, give it a loop. Voila. Make this a little smaller. Tighten it up a little bit more. Take a pair of snips and voila. So cute. Anyways, there's the two gifts I'm giving, but you could pretty much do this with any paper that you have, any designer series paper. And like I said, these are the dimensions for the items that I use, but you could create a box for anything, and the concept is all the same, right? The concept is pretty much adding, you know, a seam for the larger one, for the larger box, and then just creating enough, making sure you got the right measurements on your gift. So here you go. This is the gifts that I have that I'm going to give to the people at my work. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And take care. Good night, everyone.